Good evening, everyone. Hope everyone has had a great Monday. It has been a long time since I have done a live. So here I am. Hopefully, a few of you will join me. If not, I don't care. Join me or not. I'm still going to throw out some great information tonight. Tonight, I just want to talk a bit about great customer retention and how it is so incredibly valuable to the growth of a business. Customer retention is the key to business growth. I mean, you just can't get around that. And we live really in a day and age where businesses are so focused on customer acquisition, which is important. Don't get me wrong. You have to acquire new customers. It's important to drive those customers in. But it is equally, and in my estimation, that much more important to retain those customers. What do you say, Andrew? Thanks for jumping on here, man. Customer retention is the key to business growth. Any business you're in, and particularly the businesses that are in a scenario where you have high rates of customer repeat business, where they're coming back and back regularly. That is where you really want to focus on retaining those customers, keeping them loyal to your brand so you can expand your growth, which ultimately expands and increases your profits at an exponential rate. So that is the key to customer or to business growth is customer retention. So just couple key components about customer retention, particularly stats that I love to use when I'm talking to prospective clients, and certainly I remind my clients of these stats just to keep them top of mind so they remember how valuable their focus and what we're doing is on customer retention. So the first stat I like to use, and these aren't my stats, these are, you can Google these and find these very easily. But the first stat is, and you probably already know this if you've been in business for any length of time, is it is 5 to 25 times more expensive to acquire new customers than it is to keep your existing customers in your business. And I call these stats the economics of great customer retention or of customer retention. So it's 5 to 25 times more pricey, more expensive to acquire new customers than it is to just keep them coming back for more and keeping them in your business and keeping them buying from you. So that's huge. And again, that you have to have an aspect of acquiring customers in your business. I mean, that's important. You do that, that helps with growth, obviously. But I see so many businesses, I talk to so many businesses, I help so many businesses that their focus is just solely on that acquisition. To make that next sale, to make that next transaction, to get that customer to buy from them then and there, and then nothing is done to try to keep that customer coming back. The sale is made, the transaction is made, there's no relationship made, that customer's out the door, and then you got to spend 5 to 25 times more to try to get another new customer in the door so you can just make that one transaction, that one sale. And I call that the hamster wheel of business. And I was guilty of that for a while in my chiropractic business, when early on in my career, where it was just, let's just try to get new patients in. Let's see how many visits we can get out of them. A handful of visits, maybe 2, 3, 4, 6, maybe 10 at the very most. And then they'd have to be out the door. And then I would run ads and I would do screenings and I would ask for referrals, which is an aspect of customer retention. But again, I was doing all these things because I was focused on customer acquisition and not taking care of the customers and keeping them coming back and keep them loyal to my brand. The principle or the purpose of any business is very simple. It's to get customers, it's to keep customers, and then obviously you need to make a profit to keep your doors open or to keep your business sustainable. But again, so many businesses miss that middle part of the equation. They are dialed into getting new customers and the acquisition of customers and making a profit and do very little about keeping those customers. But it's that middle part of the equation that creates tremendous growth and profits for a business when that's focused on. And that's what I do. That's what my job is. And that's what I've had tremendous success with helping my clients achieve. When we dial in and focus on keeping those customers coming back, that's when exponential growth and profits come from. So again, that first stat, let me repeat it. It's 5 to 25 times more expensive to acquire new customers than to just focus on keeping those customers, keeping your existing customers happy and in your business. All right, stat number 2. And again, these are the economics of customer retention. Stat number 2 is current clients, patients, customers will buy from you at about a 60 to 70% clip compared to only a 5 to 20% clip of new customers. So let that sink in for just a moment. So your current customers, when you advertise to them or when you throw them a text or when you have a new product or when you're just staying top of mind and remind them of certain products, certain services, they are going to come back and buy from you at a clip of 60 to 70% of the time. As opposed to when you're spending 5 to 25 times as much to acquire a new customer, but they only buy from you at a 5 to 20% clip. That's a huge gap. So hopefully you're putting this together. Hopefully it's sinking in a little bit that it's way more beneficial to focus on those current customers, those existing customers, those customers that already have a relationship with you, because it's so much more beneficial and cost effective for you and your business. So again, your current customers will buy from you 60 to 70% of the time, and new customers are only going to buy from you 5 to 20% of the time. What's better? I mean, there's I don't have to draw you a picture on that one. That one's pretty self-explanatory. All right, the last stat I'd like to share with you tonight is the one I love. This is my favorite customer retention stat, and this is the one I lead with. This is the one I reiterate with my potential clients, and this is the one I constantly remind my current clients about. That by simply raising your customer retention rate by a measly 5%, just 5%, that's all you have to do. Just a 5% increase in customer retention can lead to 25 to 95% increase in profits. Let me repeat that. So raising your customer retention rate by a measly 5% can lead to 25 to 95% increase in profits. That's huge. And that seems almost too good to be true. And when I first read that stat and came across that stat way back when, I was a little skeptical of it too until I studied it and learned why that's the case. When you're increasing and doing the things to increase your retention rate, if you're doing it right, ultimately, because you won't, if you're not doing it right, yeah, you can have focus on customer retention, and sometimes businesses do this, but it's more of a shiny object. It's more of a 2-week mantra, and maybe they'll have a little spike and then it drops back down. But if you're doing the things that I teach my clients to truly raise the retention rate, alrighty, so when you're keeping more customers in your business, alrighty, and you're keeping them happy, because that's what good businesses do. You keep your customers happy. You keep them coming back for more. Obviously, they're buying from you more. So you are creating profits that way. Alrighty. Those same happy customers that you're keeping in your business, they're saying, hey, to their family, to their friends, to their coworkers, to those that they know, they're saying, hey, go do business with Andrew Herring or whoever they need to go see. Andrew's one of my good buddies from Dallas who sells insurance. So if you're in the Dallas area, you need to look up Andrew Herring. But if you, when those customers are staying with you and they're happy and they're telling their friends and family about you and what you do and the service you provide or the products that you provide, and those friend and family members come in, every business loves a referred customer. And so those happy customers that you keep in your business, they're referring others. And those that are referred in are become happy as well. And they stay with you and they refer. So you can see how this compounds. And when that happens, you can take the money that you were using, that 5 to 25 times more money that you were putting towards advertising, and you can take some of that and you can keep that in your business and go to your bottom line. So that's how, again, that can exponentially grow your profits from 25 to 95% by simply just raising your customer retention rate by 5%. It's that simple. So that is the magic of customer retention. And again, the purpose of a business is to get customers, keep those customers. That's the key component. And then obviously make a profit on the back end. But if you're just focused on the acquisition and not doing anything to keep those customers coming back, yeah, you can make a profit. You can sustain your business, but it makes it much more difficult. It's much more stressful. It limits your growth. And that's where, when you're focused on customer retention, kind of the sky's the limit for the most part. So again, those 3 stats that I just shared, just real quickly, just as a review, is it's 5 to 25 times more expensive to acquire customers than it is to keep them in your business. All right. And again, I call these the economics of customer retention stats. So 5 to 25 times more expensive to get new customers than to keep them in your business. All right. Second stat is, and actually let me do the third stat because this is the one I love, but just a 5% increase in customer retention can lead to 25 to a 95% increase in profits. And really, that's the only stat you need. But it's a great one to keep in mind as far as, hey, maybe we should do something about focusing on customer retention. Or maybe you need to talk to me about focusing on customer retention, and I can help you do that. And then the third stat is new customers are only going to buy from you 5 to 25%, or 25% of the time, 5 to 20% of the time, as opposed to existing customers where they're going to buy from you 60 to 70% of the time. So when you put those stats together, when you put that information together, you can see how valuable, how incredibly beneficial it is to focus on retaining customers. I hope you enjoyed the video tonight. Let me know. Give me a couple likes, thumbs up. I appreciate it. Andrew, thanks for being on here tonight, man. I was just winging this tonight and just jumped on here. This was not planned out. So thanks for paying attention here, Andrew. Appreciate it, man. You can go to my website, drkellyhenry.com, find out more about me. You can buy my book, Define and Deliver Exceptional Customer Service. And if you want to know how to really create a scenario where you're retaining customers, customer service is the key component. And my book, Define and Deliver Exceptional Customer Service, is going to help you understand some principles, some actions, some ideas that will help you better serve your customers and keep them coming back for more. So you can find that, the link to buy the book on the website. You can find out more about my programs. You can set up a call with me so we can talk more about how I can help you in your business and dial in and focus on increasing your customer retention and making the second half of 2021 the best half a year you've ever had, moving into 2022. Because really, that's how powerful this can be. You know, it's not about a new sales technique. It's not about a new marketing ploy. It's not about necessarily new products and services. It's about focusing on customer retention, but doing it a very specific way that, again, can explode and blow up your growth and skyrocket growth and profits moving forward. So again, drkellyhenry.com. Grab my book, set up a call. I'd love to talk with you. Have a great evening. Probably won't be out of here again. So have a great week. Happy 4th of July. Safe 4th of July to everyone. And I look forward to talking to you, and hopefully I'll talk to you all soon. Thanks.